What is this one thing which you give to someone to judge them, whether they are fools or they are intelligent? So what is this thing? If you want to know what is this thing, to judge people from fools and intelligent, then you have to see this entire video without skipping even once. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, then just go ahead and do it. It just takes 2 seconds and it gives us so much of joy. So now let's go towards the shlok. Upadesho hi murkhanang prakopaya na shantaye payah panang bhujanganam kevalang vishvardhanam om vishah shantihi. We are told in our life that everything is not made for everyone. You cannot give everything to everyone, because what happens is some people has an appreciation for certain things and some people get really upset when you give them that. So like there's a thing in the world that everybody is given the same medicine. What happens? You can't give the cancer medicine to a person who is doing cough. That is the reason why we must give each person a thing which that person only could appreciate, would require. Because if you give something which another person must have, if you give it to the other person, then there is a huge mismatch. You cannot give the best things, the good things. The good things could be bitter. Like in India we say the kadwa sach, that means bitter truth. So when you are giving something to someone, be very mindful about that person, how much that person can appreciate it, how much that person can take it. And after knowing what a person can digest, what a person cannot digest, then you give that. For example, me, I have a huge experience with people and I have lived my life for serving humanity. So I have a judgment about certain things. So if I want to give, because I'm a renouncer, I'm a sannyasi, so I would like to, because everybody in this world is my relative. I am related to everyone because I spend my life in paropkar, in doing good for others as selfless loving. So if I give my advice to someone and then that person is a fool, and if I give my advice to someone, that person is intelligent, a fool would get really upset on me. The fool would get angry on me and would shout at me and would scream at me. I am used to giving advice to fools. I know I should have given that advice to somebody intelligent. And I also know that I should have given no advice to a fool. But the thing is, I often get people who are actually fools, who actually don't have that intelligence, who actually don't have that, higher mental capacity or capability. So, and I cannot see, because these people who are so-called fools, who would get really upset if I give them some advice, they are the people who are around me. They are people who are part of my family. They are the people who I must give advice. So what do? You do not give advice to them. You just tell them, state You just have the authority and tell them that this is not to be done. Be very strict, precise and clear in place of giving it as an advice. Because according to this shlok, the second line says that when you feed milk to a snake, then that snake's poison increases. Similarly, when you are giving advice, something nice, something which would help the other person, something which would make that other person come out of their trauma, come out of their nonsense which they are going through. If that person is foolish, if that person thinks that he knows it all, but still he's in that mess, then it is no use. Then it is no use giving and pampering that fool, because pampering that fool would only make you lose that person, or that person getting so upset, so angry on you that that person would leave you. And I have been a victim of this. There have been so many people with me whom I gave an advice, but they were foolish enough to react negatively on that. But then there were also some intelligent people whom I gave advice. They used it in their life to their success, to their excellence, to their getting in resonance with their inner technology. So don't try to give milk to a snake. That will only make the snake become more poisonous and venomous. So this is, I know you are intelligent, so I'm giving you this advice, not from me, from the Shastras, because it is your life and you have to live it in the best possible way. You cannot waste it. You cannot make your life go down the drain. That is why I've made this humane army. All armies are not for fighting, not for bloodshed, not for killing the innocent. We can have armies of humane people who are inclined, who are committed towards the excellence of humanity, who are committed towards the excellence of all life forms, like we are in our humane army. And if you want to join this humane army, then you can join in two ways. Either you become a patron, humane patron, where you share at least 25% and more of your hard-earned money every month with our selfless loving family, which we have with the people who do not have anyone, with the destitutes, with the unloved, unwanted and lonely people of the world. And the second way to join this humane army is to be a volunteer, because we need people who can work directly, who can work online, who can give their time and dedication with their loving heart and hard work. So if you feel that you have the guts, if you feel you are intelligent enough, I'm not talking about the fools and the snakes. They would get really upset when I say this. And so many people have said this, and many people have been really upset on me that, why are you taking us away from our cliched jingle-ala life of negativity, or life of darkness, or light of selfishness. So since you are intelligent, you will understand this thing. And I would also advise you to share this video to all the people you know, even to those people you do not know. Maybe you can put a small ad to this video so that it reaches out to more people and they also get benefited from this thing, from this intelligent advice. So we will see you again in the next video, and do not forget to share this video, subscribe to this channel, and write a comment in the comment section below, and of course like the video. It gives lots of motivation and enthusiasm in our work. Okay, so see you again in the next shlok, next video in this channel. Until then, pranam.